A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once.
Welcome all, this is Blaezer RTW. I hope you are well. I am good as always after finishing work. Got my cup of tea, ready to crack on. Let's have a look then. So our team, which is all the Scipii, Spartan Commander on the left, me on the inside left. Yeah, there's no V-Lights or light auxilia in there. Then we've got Schema or Schemate, and it's got 6 cav, 2 archers, and the rest urbans, I guess, or a light auxilia at the front. And then on our right we've got Cow. Yeah, there you go, as is. What's that, 14-6 is it? Okay, and then enemy on the right flank as we look at it, their left is Mars. Looks like a lot of his is in the hidden bit though. We'll soon see what that is. On their inside left is Bacchus Malus. He's got a couple of archers, and then the rest urbans and 6 cav. And then their inside right, so facing up to on the inside left, is Lee. He's gone all urbans, got his armor general, and then 4 other cav. So he must have a bit more infantry then. 2, 4, 5, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, 15, 5 with an armor general. And then on their right flank is JGP. He looks like he's got a couple of archers as well, and then 5 cav and the general. Okay. Right, let's get the show on the road. Okay, so let's double time this one over a little bit this time, just to let it all build up a little bit. We know we like to build the tension, build it, baby. Right, okay, obviously it's all Rome v Rome, so you know, it's all even. It doesn't really matter who takes on who in that respect. Matchup wise, player wise, I don't know how long all these guys have been playing for, so they've all been playing longer than me, that's all I know. I'm going to try and make my way over to the centre. Looks like JGP is coming in. He's obviously going to be striking at either the cav or the side of the urbans as they're walking off. I sent my cav over to face him up so that he can't charge too much with his Praetorian cav that was coming over. He has got a general though that he can use. He's taken on one of my Praetorian cav. Don't know if he lost anything there. No. And that's all my deadlock, so it's to me to be about 8 or 9, something like that. Right, okay, but that's bought enough time for Spartan Commander to get back and shore up the left-hand side, so now we can just start edging over and get over to these 2 on the right, who have formed up pretty quickly. Stupid cat. Right, sorry about that, my cat is stupid. Okay, right, so looks like Schema's going to push up, angle himself into Bacchus a little bit. That should hopefully allow Cow to do a full flanking action on Mars. With regards to our side, not too much going on here. Looks like he was going to rush, but either he's having a little bit of a glitch or his cav is anyway. Yeah, that's annoying when that happens. I've mercilessly gone for his general though. So. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm slowly edging myself across. I want to be careful I don't leave Spartan Commander too isolated, but yeah, you can see JGP's fully glitching now, so we're going to pull back, let him regroup, and then I guess he'll have to meet up with us or come against us when we come over here. I've pulled myself over into the gap. Now that's going to force Lee to bring his over into the gap to marry up with me. These guys are nice and tight. He hasn't gone for the flanking yet. Look, they've completely glitched, so we'll probably pull back now, or they might not because the infantry's not glitched, it's only the cav, so it should only take a second to sort itself out. JGPs are still going mental though, so yeah, it looks to me like people are reversing, so let's put that on double until everything sorts itself out. Yeah, they are annoying glitches. Sometimes you can go like all day and then not get one, and then suddenly get 2 or 3 in the evening, or just, you know, sometimes you'll go a couple of weeks without getting one. Yeah, it's one of those things. So it looks like on the other side they've recovered. We've retreated back a little bit, or Spartan Commander has anyway, but it looks like these guys are recovered, so we'll focus on this end. But we can keep an eye on it all at the back as well. So I think the only thing out of shot is Brutii Cav, which you can just see the nose of there. Right, so they've spread themselves out a little bit more. That's going to make it a bit more difficult to flank. You can see Schema's pulling off 4 urbans, going to use them to flank. He was going to charge him with his cav, but it's not. That's made Mars charge him with his cav. He's then retreated, and then I would imagine Bacchus is going to stop his from going in as well, as there's no one engaged. He just moved over his infantry though, so he's probably taken his eye off it, and they stopped just in time, so fair play to them. Yeah, you can see this flanking forces urbans is coming out to the right. In the centre ground, I'm actually shoring myself up against the side of Schema so that Lee can't hit him, you know what I mean? I would imagine Spartan Commander's going to come back. Looks like JGP sorted himself out in the back. So it's all down on this side. Schema's moved up his infantry and is now engaging Bacchus in the centre right. And then on the far right, Cal is up against Mars here. He's got 2/3 of his army facing him up front, and then he's pulled off 4 or 5 units to do a flanking action. Mars has pulled out his back row or his end few urbans to face them up. They're all getting peeled though. In comes the strike from Cal on the peeler units of Mars, which has done a job. That's knocked them out so that now he can push his urbans up, start peeler in. That's going to cause a counter charge from Mars and Bacchus. Are they going to catch him? They just didn't catch him in time, so that's pretty good. It looks like I went for a cheeky little dink in the middle on someone. I only sent 1 cav unit though, but I've seen that there's some action kicking off over here, so I'm going to pull my cav over and probably put them into diamond now, wedge formation. In comes the charge from Schema into the Brutii. That's a nice little strike that. They haven't seen it yet. They're not too far away to get a massive charge bonus. Anyway, I've gone the same. I'm going to go in there and just try and knock them out. That force just knocked out 3 of his units in the centre, so that's pretty good. You can see Lee moving up his infantry now to marry up with mine, because mine's a bit close. I could do with throwing some urbans in there myself really from that side. I should have done that. That would have been nice. I've retreated my cav out. Someone's general's just died. Let me just run down from the top left. So Spartan Commander's quite happy to let him sit there. It looks like JGP is actually glitching a little bit, which is a bit of a pain. Or is he moving? I can't tell. Lee's moved his up and has actually got himself a couple of urbans in that gap that I should have. I've sent my 2 urbans over way too late, but at least they should engage him. So with this one, the Julii cav is just coming from the back. Lee's cav, you can see they're stacking up their cav. Here comes the cav of JGP as well. Mine's just pulled out. Schemas is here. Spartan Commander's just hit. So I think what happened is I went in, the Brutii then come in. Sorry, Schema went in, the Brutii come in, I went in, the Julii's just come in, and now Spartan Commander is just gone in on that. So we can keep an eye on that. And down this end, it looks like Cal has got 3 digs, and at Mars's infantry, so it'd be good to see if he pushes up or not. We'll try and keep it in shot, but we've got to keep an eye on the middle as well, so we keep that going. He's actually going to miss it and try and come through the back, which is quite nice. If he could get through that gap and surround all that Brutii there, and we chuck in our cav like we are doing, that would rout all his army off in one fell swoop. I think he's trying to, but Mars has seen it and is just preventing enough going through. That's going to allow Mars to pull his cav back, and now Cav's going to be a bit of a sitting duck if he doesn't pull back. You can see the tit for tat going on in the middle there, so real push. Lee's chucking in a lot more urbans than I am. Look at that, he's got 4 or 5 flags and his general there. I should be banging in my I should be banging in the same 2, 3, maybe even 4 urbans. I've sent my cav in there. It's just sticking in there a little bit just to keep some numbers in there until the next cav charge comes in from Schemer and Spartan Commander, which it is now. They're pulling out their cav, so it's a bit for tit for tat on that. Mars has faced up quite well with Cal's infantry. I thought he was going to get overrun there at some point, but he's done quite well to shore himself up there. There is a gap in the middle though that could be exploited. Another cav charge coming in from the back. Looks like, is it my one? Yeah, my one's going in now, so I'm probably going for this clump of Brutii here via the back of the Julii, but I don't think I'm going to rout them off because oh, I did rout them off, so that's pretty good. So Spartan Commander has actually abandoned them and abandoned the left flank and has moved his infantry around the back of mine to the centre. This has given him the upper hand on this side, but if I can just face him up and just hold him off, I can virtually hold 2 armies there, if you see what I mean, which should push the numbers in our favour. Really what I could do with doing is just keeping my cav back here and taking digs from this side. But also being able to take digs at this side, like as peeler shields and stuff like that. That would be quite a nice move. So down this right flank, looks like Mars's infantry is finally getting overrun, but the Brutii is sending in some cav to help him out, so that's pretty nice. We've got quite a lot of cav. I've actually sent my cav all the way out to the right, which I surprisingly got quite a lot of. I'm obviously going for the SBQR general there. Really, I could probably get my cav through that and just rout all of them off there if I really wanted to, and then surround the Brutii, banging them from the other side. That's that lot gone, and then that whole army is coming up the back of the Julii. Suddenly it would look pretty good for us. Whether we do that or not, we shall soon see. So Lee's moving up some of his here on the left hand side. They've actually engaged my troops. He's pushed up on the side, engaged all those 3 troops that were protecting the general, and the general himself is being engaged as well. SBQR sent a flanking force around the sides. So that's pretty good. I need to chuck those urbans in there and these urbans in the foreground off to the side to tie up that SBQR general. Where's he cav? He's cav, so he sent the cav in. Yeah, I just need to plug the numbers there, just get my numbers up and let these guys finish off here. You can see my cavs here. Really, I could probably do with coming and helping myself out, but I'll probably take a whack in here on these Julii just to help them out, will I? Or will I think they've got enough numbers and can deal with it now? Yeah, I'm thinking they've got enough numbers, so I'm going to send mine, and Spartan Commander's sending his in as well. We're going to go, we were probably going to go for the lead general, but we haven't now. So we're just going to go into the back of the Julii there against my general and just try and get something routing. You can see JGP's got a couple of archers doing flaming arrows. That's when I love to keep my archers for this stage in the game now, purposely just to flame the back of the enemy in the infantry fights, because I think it can turn the cards in your favour sometimes, turn the tables in your favour. In comes some routing Brutii from the right hand side. So that's all the way up to here. It looks like they finally cleared out the remnants of that small Julii force that they had there. The major part of the Julii is clumped in the centre as we look at it. JGP's is on the left with his cav and archers backing him up. I've got some urbans that were chasing something off that should really be coming into the fold now and hitting up the back of this SBQR just to tie them in. You can see how much we've got on this right flank. They could do, Lee's plugging his holes quite nicely. Yeah, I was just about to say they could do with surrounding that one unit, routing it off, and then they could come in and do some damage in the centre. We've really got to take out this clump of Julii quick time, because otherwise our units are going to be facing the back of the SBQR where they just peeler us to death, which is what they're doing. Those 2 units at the back are finally gone, so that's not too bad. On the right, they've cleared out those units. The first one's finally gone, so that was a pretty tough unit. Now he just needs to get this one, rid of this one, and then come around the back of the SBQR. SBQR still got his archers now. I could probably do with just with those guys there, just chucking them after them, just to stop them. You know, even if it chases them off, at least it's not going to lower the morale at the key point. I've got a few urbans at the bottom that have come back from routing that I'm going to send round. Lee's got his general. He's going to sit him in behind the infantry now and just hit the rally button special ability. Yeah, that I probably could have waited with that one and just left him out there, maybe even just to draw the cav out, because, you know, I'm getting surrounded there, or done it in unison with these couple of units here. My general's still sticking around, which is quite surprising. I thought he would have gone a long time ago. Looks like one unit up here, cows, went though. The Praetorian caval's cows coming into the back of this SBQR. We could really do with knocking a couple of these of JGPs out. We've got one of them, we've got two of them, three of them. I don't know if that last one went. No, the last one didn't quite go, but he shouldn't take too long now. In comes some flaming arrows from the Brutii. Oh no, there they are. Yeah, the Brutii. So they got two lots of flaming arrows at us coming from both sides. Cow's pulled his cav back out now, so we're starting to surround them. But as you see, as we surround them, the Brutii's timed that lovely, and he's just throwing in a bit of units for more of a morale, you know, not a morale kick as it would have been as they were surrounded. I suppose my unit's routed off there. Oh, he has got quite a clump of units here at the bottom here. There's a good 100 odd in these 3 or 4 units at the back here. Cow's still got his cab causing a menace. Oh, bang, a lot of ours has gone there. Don't know why, unless that was that general that went. My general's finally gone now, so that's I thought we had the upper hand in that bit there, but in a short time it's suddenly gone from looking quite good to looking like our army's just suddenly all routed off. Could have been to do with the archers. I didn't realise they would make that much impact, but they could do. So yeah, yeah, some more archers there firing into the back of us. Suddenly there seems to be a lot more Julii flags there for some reason. Is that cav? There's cav and something else in there. Just trying to make out the SPQR and the Julii is them, and the blue Scipii is us. So yeah, another one coming in here, 53. Yeah, so I think that lot's just gone in the front of that formation there. That's that general gone. Yeah, I think that's a good game. So right at the death, they've got us. Probably a combination of the flaming arrows and Lee's general hitting the rally function. I think probably kept their morale up pretty well. So we should have probably. I think I had 2 chances where I could have taken out, or not taken him out, but. Do you remember in the second phase of the battle when my cav come in from the right and I was going to either help out the others who were there or there? Lee's general was right in there. I should have probably gone for him with the cav and taken him out. Might have made a difference, but it's one of them things easy to do in hindsight, isn't it? So yeah, there we go. So good game to everyone, really close. Enjoyed that. Hope you did too. See you later.
Follow me, Blaezer.